Welcome to yet another edition of Game Time with Marco. Another week, another episode, and thank you for joining us. Thank you for the feedback, the comments, as well as the likes on our page that is on YouTube. Please do like us once more and do comment, do make suggestions as we come through and deliver to you interesting sporting topics that we have here on Game Time. My name is Marco Ndlovu, and today I'm joined by former Brave Warriors winger come striker, former Brave Gladiators coach. Should I call you a former at this point in time?
In this point in time, yeah.
Former Brave Gladiators coach, okay.
Former, yeah.
Former Tura Magic coach. He resigned by SMS. Former Black Africa Black Africa Championship winning coach. I think the last title that Black Africa won is the man who led them to that, together with his twins. One of them is here in the studio running around. The other one, I don't know who he is. But yeah, Paulus Shipanga.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Marco. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I don't know where to start, man. There's so much to say, but let's start here. Paulus Shipanga, that's your name. Fire, that's your nickname. What other nickname do you have? You know?
Once across the time, I think I was named Tornado by, I think it's Carlos. I think it's
Tornado,
Carlos.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, where did it start? This football journey. In fact, where are you from? Where did you grow up? Which school did you go to? Up to what grade did you go to? If you went to school?
Yeah, born and bred in Walvis Bay, Kusapmund. Went to school in Kusapmund secondary school from primary side. Football was just always a passion of mine, man. When I was a sporting guy, but then at the end I chose football. I used to play hockey. I used to play a bit of rugby, but it was too physical for me. I played a bit of tennis. So sports in general, I think I've conquered most of the sports. And yeah, just a local boy who, made a life out of himself. That's it.
All right, your surname is synonymous with a lot of sporting people in this country. If you look at Lucky Shipanga, Blue Waters coach, Jackie Shipanga, the technical director, there are a lot of Shipangas, Tangeni, that is Shipao, but there are a lot of Shipangas in football. Yeah. Are you all related?
Definitely. If you hear the same name Shipanga, somehow we are all related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, tell us your early footballing journey. When did you start playing football, and where did you start playing football?
I actually started at 11 Eros. Started playing there. Went to Blue Waters.
How old were you?
My first match was I was 15.
15.
Yeah, I played the first derby, Blue Waters versus Eros. Yeah. The story is so funny. I went to Blue Waters to train, and then they told me I was small. So when I went to Eros, that day, that week, or that before that was the derby game, with the likes of Elifa Shivute, with the likes of Konjeni, Kiki, all these big names that were the Munyanda brothers, So when I went to Blue Waters, to Eros, that I was put into the fire, that little derby game.
Starting lineup. Funny
enough, I think Chicken was the defender against me, and it's a corner kick, and he just decided, leave this boy, he can't do anything. And then the ball came to me, I scored, and then I think from there my journey just started. Monday or Tuesday, Blue Waters people came because I'm a Vambu. They said, you must come back home. Eros didn't want to release me, but years after that I went back to Blue Waters. And then continued from there, went to South Africa, played for Bay United, Malaysia, came back, Platinum Stars, came back, Pirates also in Namibia, I also played for them. I think the last time they won the league, I was also by them.
So you started causing problems when you were young. At 15, already
a troublemaker. Already a troublemaker.
Were you not at Wits at one point?
Oh yes, Wits. Wits was my window out. That's the first one. I was actually working at the airport when Wits took me. Back then, Colin was my agent. Colin April. Yeah, I brought in Bobby Solomon to come watch a game we were playing, and Bobby at that stage just signed me and Richard at the same time.
Richard Garisep.
The
current coach of Okanja
United. Yeah. And also Denzel was there. So it was a trio of me, Denzel, and Richard Garisep in the streets of Joburg once upon a time.
Let's look at your stay here at 11 Arrows and Blue Waters before you go to South Africa. In terms of the structures of the team, how were the structures of the team? What was it like to belong to 11 Arrows and then later on to Blue Waters?
You see, I give my credit to, there's one coach in Arrows, Wycliffe.
Tambonde?
No, Wycliffe, he's got I forgot his name, but he's got a Zulu, he's a Zulu man.
Oh, okay.
He's still, until now, was the Young 11 coach. That's a second team of Arrows.
Arrows, yeah.
He's the one that scouted my talent. My likes of Robson Aitamba, just to mention a couple of them. So when he could groom us to that level, that, he made sure that you guys, football is all that you knew. So when Arrows, playing, after Young 11, going to Arrows, Blue Water, because of cultural or tribes, you have to go back home, went to Blue Waters. That's why we normally change like this. Couple of years back to Arrows again, couple of years back to Blue Waters again. Until the journey that I went out of
the country. How were the standards?
Back then we were playing for the love of the game. All you could do is, there was no allowance. You could sleep into a normal, big room that mattresses are put on the ground. You are driving at the back of a bakkie. The Saturday morning before the games, you're eating brown bread with sugar water. It was just a journey that made you tough in terms of football, but it also made you appreciate more that, if I can make it, then I can become something and I can feed my family and I can, open doors for the next generation.
So then, you move out, you go to Wits, your first professional club, because here we are semi-professional, we're not really professional.
Yes.
Yeah. So you go to Wits, a professional club. What changes were there that you noticed?
When you get there, normally we come from training, you go with this guy's wearing black, that one is wearing green. You come to Wits, you have your own locker room, your clothes are already there. When you finish the training, there's a shower there, you have to shower there. When you finish there, you guys go sit together, eat a bit, and then, okay, goodbye guys, go to your house. If you don't have a car, the transportation is there for you. So it was all these things that when you look at it, like, wow, this is really a dream come true, because I'm getting everything. And you don't have to wait, your field is already there. It's not like, okay, no, 3 people are booked at this field and you have to wait. No, Vets field is always there. It was just unique and interesting. So I took it from there.
So what were the lessons that you learned from that, looking at it now and comparing to what you had at 11 Arrows or Blue Waters? What were the lessons or the differences there?
Just humble yourself. When you humble yourself and you look at that dedication, discipline. I was probably one of especially in my days, I was a naughty boy in football. Got a couple of red cards. But then, as you grow, when I went to a professional stage, I knew, hey, I'm getting a 5,000 there. So if I get this red card unnecessary, $1,000 will be deducted. If I come late at training, another 500 will be deducted. So my discipline part became bigger, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I have to take this thing serious, because otherwise, at the end of the month, you are getting a 2,000. And other guys their 5,000s or 10,000s, whatever it is. So you needed the discipline aspect needed to kick in as fast as possible. Other than this side, you can just decide, coach, I can't come today. I'm not feeling like training. On the other side, whether you are feeling sick or whatever, you need to be at training. Because tactically, you will be shown on the board before you go on the field for the physical aspect. So if you miss the tactical part, the physical part, they will understand if you are injured, but the tactical one, at least your brain needs to be open to say, okay, this is how we're playing, because it's something that they drill in over and over and over. This is our culture. You have to go with our culture. If you can't go with our culture, we push you out.
All right, you speak about then going to Bay United, Platinum Stars, going to Malaysia, and playing in all these teams that you mentioned. What lessons did you learn there?
You see, when I was going to Bay United, because after Vets, we got promoted in the league, and then we played the one season in the Premier League or two, and then I left from there. So when I went to Bay United, actually felt more better at home because Bay United's almost like Walfish Bay.
It's a coastal town.
The coastal town, the wind, and then 4 seasons in one. And, you're just like, oh, okay, I can actually make this my home. Unfortunately, because of money troubles, we had to vacate the team because of salaries not paid. And then I went to Malaysia. My Malaysia story is also through Colin. But Malaysia was a challenge. When you look at the time difference between us and them. So I have to be awake at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in order to call home to say hi guys, and it's at that time this side I think it's 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning. So the time difference was my biggest challenge, and I also didn't finish that contract there because I had a friend of mine that was going through a lot here in Namibia, Roger van Wyk. He was going through a lot. So at some stage the mother called me and said, hey, you know what, your friend is really going through a lot. You need to come rescue him, otherwise you will lose him. And we were so close. I had to abandon my Malaysian thing. I think I was there for 6 months or 7 or 8. I had to ask for contract termination due to mutual agreement. And then I came back home, and I stayed with that guy. I helped him come out of his whatever he was going through. And I stopped from there, like, oh, okay. But at times, when you have friendship and you value people, you do sacrifices, and then that's one of that I did in Malaysia. I would have loved to stay more, but unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, that's a good story, to hear. I mean, taking care of a friend. And then when did the coaching bug catch you?
Blue Waters. Blue Waters had a coach. Who was the coach back then that they fired? I don't know if it's lucky, but there was a problem. So I was still playing when I got back from Malaysia. So I decided, I was playing, and then, no, we want you just to take over because you've been there and there and there. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do the drills because I still know how to do the drills and all that. But now the boys I was with, it's 90% was from Walfish Bay. So I was like their biggest idol. They knew me from the heydays, how I played and all that. So it was easier for me. And that's why until now, that's my philosophy that I have when I coach a team. I need to build that bond. If the bond is not there, then I feel I don't want to be a coach that we meet at 2 to 5 or 5 to 7 and then that's it. But I don't know what Marco goes through. If Marco comes tomorrow at training and he's not jolly, the normal Marco, then I know something is wrong.
What's wrong? Yeah.
So I started talking to them to say, guys, I will take over. I won't play anymore. Are you guys okay? No. They call me Tate for some reason. Hey, Tate, you can continue, we respect you. And I think Blue Water was we were going down at some point. And funny enough, we just started picking up points because I had fun with them. I said, guys, there's nothing I can do. I'm not qualified, but let's have fun. So if you go in that game and I tell you to do A, B, C, D, and you do it, believe me, we'll get it. So all that fun we were doing, and after the game or half time, nobody's shouting because I'm still a young guy that is just still in the game, but unfortunately now as a coach, they responded well. But I still didn't want to coach. I still wanted to play. But now I was like, no, I think you can do this. Blue Waters management came and said, no, we think you can do this. Don't you want to be a coach? I was like, no, guys, I'm still young. I want to play. Okay, I wasn't that young, but I still wanted to play. At the end of the day, I decided, hey, you know what? I actually like this. Let me continue.
What position did you end when you took over?
We ended number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah, and I think when I started there, we were number 11 or 12. Because I remember we played Bobby. Bobby was at Stars. We beat them. We celebrated like we won the league. And then Bobby came to me like, yeah, why are you going on like you won? I was like, you don't understand. Look where we are, and you guys were top. I think we beat you guys. So it's like, and the feeling just became, come on, enjoy yourself. This thing is actually nice. Until I put my effort in and I'm like, oh, this thing is giving me gray hair. It's a lot of stress and a lot of work. So yeah, but it's an interesting job. If you love it and you really want to make a change, then yeah, that's a job for you.
All right, so you take over at Blue Waters now, I think full time. After the miracles that you performed when you became the Jesus of the team. So what happens next?
I know you like that story. You know what? Yeah, and then fast forward, the new season come, we start doing things. You know, football politics will. I was still number 3. I think that year that I got kicked out. So, because I was doing administration for them also, you know, in terms of you know, their books and all that. So, I don't know really what happened. I just hear somewhere rumors, hey, you are getting fired. I was like, no, man, can't be. These people, what? I'm doing great, so we don't have problems. No, seriously, they will come to your training. It's like,
fire
no.
you training.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you come to training to fire me? You didn't employ me at training. Okay, there I am at training, still doing my things. Hey guys, come on. No, before I start doing my things, I told the boys, you know what? There's a rumor like this. Yeah, we also had it, coach. No, it's not nice. We can't do that. I was like, no, guys, you can't strike because of me. If I have to go, let me go. You guys are still young. You still have families to. I don't ever instigate players to strike.
Yeah.
You know, I value their effort and their time and their love that they have for me. But if it has to come to that, I will always say, let me take the punch. You guys relax, and then that's it. So while I'm at training, one of the ex-corp members came and called me and gave me a letter. And I'm looking at the letter, I'm reading it, I was like, are you guys serious? You know, yeah, and then...
So you just left?
Yeah, I just...
No, I don't think you just left. You must hear the full story.
Marco. Okay, due to unforeseen circumstances, I left. But before I left, there was a bit of incident, which I'm not proud of. I really am not proud of, because I think the anger...
Tell us the incident.
The anger... No, I can't.
I don't know. But wait, do you know the incident? We don't know the incident.
There's an incident that happened. Marco, please, man. This thing that you want me to talk about, it's highly up there.
For your healing purposes.
I'm healed.
You must talk about.
I'm healed, Marco. I'm healed.
Okay, I'll tell you
I'm healed.
There was the stretching of hands. You were doing stretching.
Yeah, I mistakenly stretched my hand to the wrong person, an elder of mine.
No, I mean, it's
a family member, but I'd say also, I'm not proud of that moment. Yeah, and I was schooled by my late grandpa, Tate Shonga. He's a huge Blue Waters fan. And then he brought me in, and I was really schooled, you know. Yeah, and it's not an excuse. I think that's probably one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life.
But it is part of growing up. I mean, we all have decisions that we have done, and we look back at them and say,
definitely.
What was going on there? I mean, also the circumstances that you found yourself under. I mean, you have this high, the excitement is this high, and all of a sudden you are served with that letter. Now, before they serve you with that letter, were there any other incidents that took place prior to that?
No, nothing. Nothing. That's the problem.
Issue of money?
Oh, maybe, but that was never addressed. I remember, what is the boy? Somai.
Yeah.
Balak.
Yeah.
Balak had to go to one of the teams in SA.
Yeah. Jomo. Was it Jomo Cosmos?
No, was it Jomo Cosmos or one of those?
Platinum.
Or Platinum, or one of those. But then I said to my management, let the boy go. Because the background that is coming from, we need to look at that as a bigger picture for him to feed his family. And I think there we had a bit of a disagreement of like, no, but A, B, C, D. And I was like, no, let him go. So I said, you know what, because I was the admin of the team, I decided to start speaking to the teams and say, hey, you know what, you can take the boy. And, you know, money was demanded a whole amount. I was like, no, we are semi-professional. Leave these money things. Be great that players have gone from your side. That it's the club is what do you call it? Name that is going up, or it's an advantage for the club. Tomorrow another player can go, and another one. So I think there, but I didn't think that, because I didn't think at the back of my head that no, they will probably hold that against me, because at the end, they had a meeting or a conference. We're sending away from this boy. I wasn't even part of it. Mew initiated the whole thing. So they had the whole thing, and then the boy, I was just happy for him. I didn't even get any money from it. I didn't get any whatever from it. No, I didn't.
But you didn't feel like you were stepping on their toes. I mean...
Yeah, but you see, I have a different philosophy when it comes to football. I think clubs should think of the players in terms of like I will give you a Somaip's instant. He was from Wildfish Bay. I think Sandro was helping him a lot. In terms of Blue Waters was helping him a lot. So he got that opportunity to move out. Now,
and create space for
another Somaip that can come in, that you can follow that same trend. But at the end of the day, I think it's not always about giving and then you want something back. I think sometimes you have to say, hey, I've done my part. Like I was telling you my story about Malaysia. I came back for my friend. I was getting money there. I was getting money, like in money. I came back because of that guy.
Do you regret that decision though?
No, I don't, because he's doing well in life now. He's doing there. I'm still normal guy. He's there. But at the same time, I'm happy because at the end of the day, I did it because of the love that I have. It's not because I wanted recognition or I wanted to be, no. Yes, I probably think when I stepped a bit on their toes, they felt I shouldn't have. But if you look at that boy, whenever he comes back to Namibia, he still goes back to Blue Waters. Because that's where his whole thing started. He still appreciates them. He's still doing whatever. And I'm sure when he comes back, when he finishes football, he will become part of the technical team or whatever of Blue Waters.
The management, yeah.
Yes, the management or whatever it is. So we have to think long term. So if we don't think long term, every player that goes and you say, I wanted 15,000, 10, you'll break that boy's future and morals because you are holding on to him the whole time.
Okay, that was your first stint at Blue Waters as a
That
coach.
was the first one.
All right.
Yeah.
So now you get fired from there. You get fired from there. Where was your head at that moment in time?
Sure.
We are still going to go back to your playing days, by the way.
I think Blue Water broke me that time. I said to myself, I'm not going to coach anymore. The coaching
how many
stops.
times have you said I'm not going to coach?
Oh, hey! Actually, every morning I wake up, sometimes this job. Yeah. You see, that's why I'm peaceful now. You see, I'm smiling and I'm lekker now because I'm not coaching. As soon as that coaching starts, But yeah, Blue Water, I think they broke me in terms of coaching. But at the same time, it was a learning curve. That you have to understand that things won't always go your way. You will have obstacles, you will fight, you will get fired. Because I know, like coaches, it's a hiring and firing job. Whether you do good or you do bad, if the bosses wake up tomorrow and they don't like you, you will get an SMS or whatever you are getting, and then that's it.
This SMS is brother's problem. Anyways, just track back a little bit in your playing days. You also played for the Brave Warriors.
Yes.
How many times did you play?
I actually started under 17, under 19, there was an under 19, then there was an under 20, there was under 23, and then there was a national team. So I also went through all those.
You're one of the few players who did that.
Yeah, I went through
Not a lot of players in Namibia actually go through the...
I went through all those. I remember when I started for the Brave Warriors, they called me up. Uberian was the coach. 98. 98, that was my first... But just before they went to AFCON. So when I came on the scene, I came with the likes of Geros Uriko, the likes of Elifa Shivute, Berlin Ochumep, Van Veek. I was just like, guys, I'm not going to play here. This is not even going to happen. But it's like, look at my idols. I can actually, I'm alongside them.
Yeah.
So they left to AFCON.
You didn't make it to
I didn't make it. Yeah. I was just called up probably just to get that experience. So I didn't make it. They left. They came back. My first cap was Angola, Kosafa final. I think there was in Namibia, Independence Stadium. I think there was a tussle about money issues or whatever out of Angola. So we who got dropped, our names were there. So it was a matter of, hey, guys, we are playing the second leg. Come. So got called up, started that game with Elifas. Unfortunately, we lost, I think 2-1 or something. But that's where the whole journey started. And I think.
What was your Brave Warriors experience? The camping, being in camp, meeting all these guys. Some of them are not playing in Namibia; they're out of the country. You're still here. The atmosphere, just the general atmosphere.
You see, I appreciate a couple of them. I think Ronnie was one of them, Kanalelo, because we all from the coast. Because I remember once we had to go somewhere, and it was under 23. We played Nigeria. So I went for the under 23 away to Nigeria. Came back, stayed in Windhoek for the national team to go play in Congo, I think. Came back, played Nigeria here. Went back to another. So somewhere there I said, no, I want to go home. I'm tired. I started crying. I'm like, I miss my family. No, I'm like, and then they sit me down and said, you know what? Now this is how the journey starts. So the motivation and the learning everything from them, they guided me so well that, you know what, if you want to take this serious, this is how you have to sacrifice. But at the end of the day, you will see the fruits of everything. So the likes of Colin, the likes of Geros, Safile, they all always pitching just to give me that advice. Don't worry, you're still young. Even if I don't play, no, sit down. I remember playing against Nigeria. I think late Lucky Rechter was the coach. And we were trailing in Nigeria. We were trailing 5-1 or something. And then Lucky said to Ruben van Wyk, please go in, last 10-15 minutes. And Ruben said, me, it's 5-0 for what? And then said, I'm telling you to say, no, put this youngster in. I got dressed so fast. That time, it's Sunday or Lise, it's that group of the Kanus.
The Kanus, yeah.
I was like, no, I need to make my mark. Even if I don't, I know it's 5-1 already. We're not going to win. But let me go rub shoulders with these guys. So I went in. I was there probably. I didn't even know if I touched the ball once or twice. But I was on the field. The memories after that, we took pictures with all that. Thank you. I was there. That's it.
Now, you're talking about missing home. It's one thing that we have seen with Namibian players, the mentality part. We know there's some players, rumors say allegedly guys like Quinton Jacobs, he went to Manchester City. They were prepared to sign him, but because he was missing home, they couldn't sign him. He went, I think it was Celtic or Scotland. Yeah, he went to play in Scotland. And also when he got there, he could not stay there. We have seen quite a number of players, even the young ones now. They go and then you are told, he said, no, he's missing home. He comes back home. What I remember we had Tom Senfid here one time, last year, on the couch here. He said that the problem with Namibian football, not the problem as such, but the fact that Namibia is not like the rest of Africa in terms of infrastructure, the standard of living, the medical standard, and when players go out to other countries, they feel like, no, this is the end of the world. I would rather be home than be here. They are very comfortable. Whereas, by that time, you are still coaching the Gambia. Whereas in the Gambia, if you tell a player, I'm taking you to Morocco, they will come running. Or if you say, I'm taking you to Algeria, they'll go there running. But if you take a Namibian there, they won't go. So mental-wise, what do you think?
You need to be mentally strong if you take on that task of saying, I want to go play professionally. Because you'll be alone, first of all. Their culture is different. The language is different. Food. You have to adapt to all those factors. I remember playing Gothia Cup under 19, I think, in Sweden. And there was a team from Ghana. They all disappeared after the tournament. They took each other. I'm telling you, they took each other 2-2, 3-3. They went. While we were like hey, this thing is lekker, and we are going back home. And then that's why I say Namibia, South Africa, Botswana, those are not African countries. They are in Africa, but they are okay. When you go to Africa, you're talking about your Benins, your Congos, your what?
Chad.
Yes, those way you don't even know, guys. The traffic, the atmosphere, the humidity, everything. So if you are not strong mentally, no, you'll come back. And most good players. There was a player from, I forgot his name. He was from Karibab. Kurirap or Garirap. He was a good player, midfielder, strong, well. He went to South Africa. They wanted to sign him. He went back. Just because, he's from Karibab. He said, I'm going back home.
There's too many people here. He's
The
used to carry
lifestyle.
people.
You don't have that, hey, Marco, please come help me with this. Namibia is like that. If I'm hungry now, I can just come to Marco and say, Marco, make a plan, man, let's eat. Other things, you have to suffer yourself. You have to make your own plans. So we have a comfortable life in Namibia, especially.
So what does it take now to switch that, especially to our young players?
We have to speak to them. We have to talk to them in terms of what the outside like. We have to show them. We have to bring them to that level of saying, I'm not giving you everything that you have. Go work for this thing or go look for this thing. Because the comfortability that we're even giving our youngsters now, you know, I can tell you now, if you take youngsters from Karas or wherever that is playing on the gravel road or gravel, and then you bring them to a grass and then just say, just play a bit here. You will see the excitement there. It's like, but take hours to the gravel. They will be like, oh, I'm dirty, and because they're not used to that. So we have to change that mindset and saying, guys, no. Sometimes don't even give them halftime water. Let them be there and wonder. Now we have Energite, we have what. My friend, that time you have water that you are sharing in a Coca-Cola bottle. There's no, you have your own thing. No, zero. So our mind is, we have to change.
You have to change. Now, okay, let's talk about the stuff that you would get up to in the national team, because I heard stories in the national team.
Which national team?
The one that you played for.
What stuff did you hear? What stuff did you hear?
When you go for camping, what stuff would you get up to?
Nothing. We go to camp. We sleep.
I know the stories.
We wake up.
You know, this is the platform. This platform is for you to talk. No?
Okay.
It's not for me. But if you want me to talk, I will talk. It's fine.
I don't understand. Okay, I know. We no, man. I don't. But what happened?
Don't worry, you're not snitching. What did you guys get up to?
We just have fun, man. We have fun. We have so much fun.
So your fun entailed sneaking out of the hotel?
You see, when you are in a foreign country, especially, I remember once we went to Swaziland, and we beat Swaziland. I was the coach that. I think it's Ubayan. I was still a young boy. And after that, we said, okay, guys, you go out, you go party. We went to a strip club for the first time.
How was the experience?
Yeah, it's a strip club. Marco, come on.
No, I've never been one, so.
Okay, yeah. So there was a strip club. So they were like, wow, oh, okay. People are doing these things. Oh, okay. And then you look at them like, wow. So at times, you when you go out, you have to do what people are doing in those things. You have to eat whatever they are eating. You have to get on the motorbikes at times. You have to go nightclub, because you don't want to come back and say, I was in Benin, but I didn't go to, I don't know what kind of music, because I didn't go to. You finish your job, and as soon as your job is finished, by all means.
But let's not run away from the stuff that you do.
What stuff did we do?
Sneaking out of hotels. You know, after a match, winning is fine.
Yes.
You know, you are allowed to let your head down and thinking.
Okay.
But there were instances. I'm not so sure if you're in Ivory Coast.
Yeah,
the national team.
I was.
What happened in Ivory Coast? Where the team had to pay for someone.
These men. Why are you putting me on the spot for this thing? Where are you getting this information? I know you were a journalist, but why are you getting?
No, I know.
Who else is coming to this? Oh, you were there?
No, there are some trips that I've gone.
Oh, okay, okay. No, you know what? Some guys got, got the edge of going out, sneaking out, and then hooking up with people, and unfortunately they couldn't pay the amount, the agreement. Yes, you know, Namibian dollars. When you said dollars, people think Namibian dollars. So at the end, when this person decides, hey, but this money it's not equivalent to the US.
But the information is you were the ringleader.
Never. That one.
Apparently, you knew all the sports. The guy would sit on the internet.
You'll be very shocked if I'm in the national team. I used to be the music guy. That is me.
The DJ, okay.
Yes,
that
I used to be sometimes the teasing guy. Like I would tease you to that extent of, and then.
No, the teasing guy was Denzel.
Yeah, besides Denzel. Denzel is the guy that is loud. Denzel is the joker. You understand?
The team,
Yes. But you know those things sometimes especially when you are with Congo, them and you guys are sitting together, they will rather hide your passport in Benin when we are going back to Namibia. Now imagine you were there for a week. You already see the living conditions there. Now they come back at the airport, your passport is not there. And I saw big guys crying. Big. They were crying, hey guys, you can't leave me. And everybody goes through passport control. They go through everything. Say, my friend, you must just stay. What can we do? And guys were crying until that last moment that your passport is apparently there. And then, but we had fun. We had fun. We had crazy moments, but good moments also.
All right, now let's fast forward. You're now coaching. You got fired at Blue Waters. What happens now after that? They've broken you down, like you say, coaching Blue Waters broke you down by firing you there. Did you think of, let me leave this thing and let me probably go to school and study to be a mechanic, or let me do fishing since I'm in Walvis Bay or something?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very good in organizing events. So I decided to take that up as an event organizer. Yeah. But just, I think 2 weeks after that, I got a call from Monica Fest. Young, Tura Magic, don't you want to come? What? I was like, Windhoek. I like Windhoek that time. Just even now, Windhoek is my come in and going home. I don't want to stay in Windhoek. Yeah, it's too many.
Yeah, but it's like that. You guys from the villages.
That village of mine is good because there I am okay. Here in Windhoek is too much unnecessary
There's
things.
a lot of people. Yeah. There's a lot of cars.
I was staying in Joburg, man. Look at these men. Come on. Okay, anyway. So Monica told me, no, there's this team that wants you and what. I was like, okay, who's the people? And he's like, no, Isaac and Jakes and Peter and Timo. And okay. I was like, okay, makes sense. Okay, what is there? No, there is no, come, relax. Here, you are not going to get fired. Here, you're just doing whatever you want. So I came. That time, Tura Magic had stars. Your Makanya, what is this? Mumbai, yeah. Okay. You have your Lolos, you have your Aussies, those guys, you have your, what is this, Leka boy, Herrero boy who's played in the middle. I forgot one of these boys of mine. But they had a great team. So, when I got there, Peter, before Peter left. Peter was also there, yeah. So,
it's like left back, eh?
Yeah. And that boy, even till now, I admire him for some. When I go there, sometimes I'll come there, we'll play a rondo or whatever. I told them, I'm not going to be a coach that restricts you to unnecessary things. We'll have fun together. But if we can't have fun, with the fun, there must be respect. So there are times that I'll come probably late. They will do their rondos. He'll take the players for it was mandatory for you to jog 5 laps. We'll take them for the 5 laps so that by the time I come, everything is sorted. Like, coach, we are ready for you. Oh, okay. So I go into the technical aspect. So they made it easier at point, but there was also a problem with tribalism.
Okay.
Yeah. So the team was basically with a whole lot of Herrero players that had cliques. Yeah. So the other guys around were a bit scared. They didn't have the voice. So I had to break that in pieces. Hey, you. At first, it couldn't work nicely because they still had the power. But I think the second leg, I decided to let go of. I said with the management, I said to them, you know what? I'm let going of your stars. That's your Aussies, that's your Boales, that's your what is the boy's name? But all of those stars. And they were like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I'll play the other boys. Like, okay, you are the coach, so
do what you have to do.
So I let them go. We ended second or third.
Third, yeah. I think it was it third or second?
Yeah, somewhere there.
Yeah.
Because now the other players came out of their shells. You know, when you are playing with big players and Neville, sorry, the boy's name is Neville. So when you are playing with big players and they pass you the ball and you do a mistake,
they
are come at you. But if he does the mistake,
you can't go.
So I was like, no, this won't work by me. Here we are equal. There's nobody up there. We are all equal. So if you guys can't do this, so they started coming out slowly. Oh, okay, coach. Hey, coach is giving us a voice. Hey, so Tura Magic, we played, we started winning. And then I think COVID came after that. Yeah. So we had a break. And then I got fired again, Marco. Yes, after COVID.
Why were you fired?
I don't know.
But why is it that you don't know every time you're fired?
Tura Magic's one. You see, that's what I say, Windhoek is. I'm the type of guy that if I finish my job at training, I go to my house wherever I'm staying. If you say, no, let's meet at soccer house for 10 minutes or whatever, or speak we'll speak that. But if I'm done with you, are we done, Marco? I'm going home. So somehow the division came into Tura Magic, because I also give a whole lot of my assistants, I gave them, because if you are my assistant, you need to be
to earn your money.
Exactly. So I give you everything for you to say, hey, you know what? Do this. Do the A, do the B, do the C. But I'll tell you what to do. And if you are doing something wrong, I'll stop you and say, no, I don't want it like this, and do it like this. So at some point, the management thought Brett is the one coaching the team.
James Brett.
James Brett.
Yeah.
Because I finish my job, I go home. Brett sometimes go sit there and they talk and they co-case and what. So to me, it was almost like you are my employees. So as an employee, I will speak when we have to. But then at times I don't have to be, because we're friends probably, but you're not really my friend.
The hierarchy must be
there.
Yeah,
it must be there. So that brought in a problem, because I'll sit there and I'll tell James, today I want speed what and what and what. Okay. So I'll sit there and I monitor him, because how else will he learn? And he does it. So somewhere you come, Marco, you was my boss, and you look, but you sitting there and the other guy is doing this. Yeah. Why are you not? I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm monitoring. Whatever he's doing wrong, I'm seeing it. Yeah. So at the end, it looks like he was doing the job.
So would you say that James Brits hit you with a brick?
Yeah, I think it did. Honestly speaking,
did you speak about it with him?
No, we were not speaking for a long time. I felt betrayed by him, like seriously, for a long time. I think recently, with time when you grow, you also tend to forgive people. And recently we became
cordial.
Yeah, we're talking now and then he'll call or I'll call, all that, because.
But has he taken responsibility that?
You know what? Sometimes you just want people. You don't always have to confront people. You want people to come back and say, hey, you know what? I messed up, Paulus. What I did, I think I was wrong. Because if you have looked at that scenario, when I stopped that coaching at tournament, I still stayed in Windhoek for a couple of times, and I still got calls from players, the Lolos, the Dumbais, Aussies, whoever, like, yes, coach, tomorrow is the game, and I still give them advice. So I was still coaching behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And
they knew it also?
No, they didn't.
Management.
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
But the team was still performing.
Yeah.
And until I said one day, hey, you know what, guys, you guys are still performing. I'm not there. It still looked like this guy is doing the job. So our journey ends here. I love you all. If we see each other, by all means, continue. I remember Lolo scoring at Semnioma Stadium, and they saw where I was sitting. They ran to me. Their coach is there. He ran to me and he thanked me and said, thank you. And I said, always my boy. And then they went back. Makanya scored, he did the same. And I later on said, no, otherwise I'm not going to attend these games, because it looks like now I'm instigating something that is not nice. But I was still having that relationship with them.
With the players.
That we couldn't break, just like because I'm gone and all that. So it's a matter of having that. But at the end of the day, maybe it was not meant to be. So, yeah.
Okay, so now you leave Tura Magic, you go to Black Africa, right?
Yes.
That's where you messed up Namibian football.
Please explain your statement. How did I mess up Namibian football?
No, you can explain it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You always say that to me.
Yeah.
As a friend, I want you to explain how I messed up.
But I've always told you what I've always explained it to you. Okay. Like I said, this is your platform. What happened at
I don't know. I won the league.
At the expense
of teams that need to be relegated.
Okay.
And then football stopped.
We are listening.
That's it. I think
it was 3 matches to go.
Yes.
Right? 3 or 4 matches to go. I'm not sure.
But you know what? One mandate that I had at Black Africa, it's 2 teams that I shouldn't lose against.
Which ones?
It's Pirates and it's African Stars.
At all cost.
whatever you do, they don't care what is. Don't lose against Stars, don't lose against Pirates.
You beat Stars, I think 5-0.
5-0. Robert got fired. Football is
It's a cruel sport.
Oh, it's very cruel. Oh.
Okay. And then there is a match that you won the championship by beating Stars, right?
Yeah.
5-0. That was the 5-0.
That was the.
But there's a match that you could have done without winning. You could have played even your under 15 players.
Yes.
The Orlando Pirates game.
Yes.
And I remember I told you.
Yes.
It was a press conference on a Thursday and the match was on a Saturday.
Yes.
I said, this match you can let it go.
Yes.
Because I could foretell what was coming.
But the mandate was.
So just to put it into context, they were playing Orlando Pirates. It was Black Africa versus Orlando Pirates. Black Africa didn't need to win that match. They were in a good spot, in a good position to win the league. So they didn't need to win that match against the Orlando Pirates, and they went on to win, I think, 3-0. Yeah, it was a 3-0 match, and that match automatically relegated Orlando Pirates. And after the relegation of Orlando Pirates, the powers be felt that we can't do without a team like Orlando Pirates in the league, and a lot of chaos came from that particular situation. Football stopped completely. We couldn't continue with the league, and this is where we find ourselves at. Now, this is the guy who was told, don't beat Orlando Pirates, and he did beat Orlando Pirates and caused chaos. So that's why I always say you actually caused the problem. Now you win that league, then football stops. How did you feel about that?
I felt bad because we had a plan. We had a whole lot of plan. You know, there at Black Africa we only three. It was me, it was my brother Alfie, and then it was Arnold. Those were the coaches. So we brought in Rebecca
as a team manager.
We had Daisy.
Rebecca is the current president of Netball Namibia.
Yes. And then Daisy was the medic. And then Brownie was
Daisy the late, ne?
Daisy's still there. She's still there. And then Brownie was the chairperson. So it was almost a group of
like-minded people.
Yes. Knowing what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. So at the end of the day, we drafted the plan already. We already knew players that we wanted, how we want to go about it and all that, because we wanted to make, double, in the league. Because the whole squad, nobody said they are going. We spoke to them, everybody's staying, we'll have this, yes. And then COVID messed up everything.
It wasn't COVID.
What was it?
That one you cannot blame it on COVID.
What was it?
COVID
it was okay. The chaos came.
The relegation of Orlando Pirates.
Yes, the chaos came.
And Young African.
So we couldn't do anything. So now players started, hey coach, what now? Hey, and I was like, okay, even me with my faith, I don't know, because now payments are not coming in because
there's no football.
There's no football and whatever. So at the end.
Then you went to instigate the players?
No, never. I don't instigate players.
So what happened? How were you fired? Why were you fired? Because you did not live there.
Black Africa? Yeah. No, Black Africa I left. Black Africa I didn't. No, that's the only team. Okay, that's the only team probably didn't get fired.
At Black Africa?
Yes,
so
I
left.
Are you
sure you left?
No, I left. Okay. We spoke, Brownie. I said, because there's no what, I need to go back. And all that, because remember I was staying in Windhoek. I was paying accommodation and all that. I said, no guys, unfortunately
I have to go back
home. I have to go back home. I have a house standing there. I can't. So
then you go back home. You go back again to Blue Waters.
Then I go back to Blue Waters again.
That was now COVID. Now there was COVID
in between there.
So you're coaching Blue Waters. COVID comes. Everything is put on hold. There are issues pertaining to your payments between you and Blue Waters and your assistant and the players and everybody else. And then you separate. What that kind of separation? If you look back at it now, how do you feel about it?
I think sometimes when team have to take accountability to what they're doing to coaches and players. Yes, we understood there was COVID. Yes, we understood, but we had contracts in place. At times, when you come to an understanding, a mutual understanding with a team, it's the best, because hey, you know what, we can't pay you the 15,000 we're giving you, we can give you 7,000 or 3,000, but please, you're still part of us. What.
So you needed that assurance.
I needed that assurance. So
it didn't come.
It did not come. And then the players. he came to me and said, hey, coach, we want to strike. I said, okay, guys, what is a strike all about? No, our payments, blah, blah. I said, okay, I will not stand in your way. If you really want to make a strike, organize it yourself, get a committee. I even advise them, get a committee of 5, go to the management, go speak to the management. Don't everybody goes, because it will be chaos. Go to the management, 5 of you guys, select the senior players, in fact, go sit down with the management, tell them what your problems are. You 5 come back to the players and report back. We will hear it probably from the management or from you guys, but we coaches won't stand in the middle of either the players or the management. No. So the players went, and I think 5 of them spoke. So this one training, they said, no, coach, can we please sit down? We don't want to coach. You don't want to train today. We want to sit down. We know you probably prepared. I said, okay, I'll grant you this, but don't make it a habit, because I have my things that I want to do. So they said at the stadium, Kusabun Stadium, the pavilion there, discussing their things. So I'm standing here. So somebody takes a picture. And that picture is me standing, but I'm facing the stadium. The boys are behind me. The picture came out, I'm instigating the boys to strike. Now, without me being consulted, I was like, you guys need to go because you guys are instigating. I was like, guys, what are you talking about? No, there's a picture. I was like, guys, look at this picture. I'm facing this side. So obviously, I came to training.
But I'm sure you know who took the picture.
Yeah, it's one of the supporters that was there. So I said, look at the way, because there was a group of supporters down here, and then there were others, the players were up there. But I didn't want to listen. I said to them, if we are talking, I don't want to talk with you all. The 5 that went there can come to us and speak to me and Armando. So as we are there, that pictures has been taken. The picture circulates that I'm the one. But without me being
part of the discussion.
Yes, or ask, hey, what is this all about? The next moment, you guys need to go.
All right. Would you put yourself on the other side and be the Blue Waters chairman or whatever, and look at that situation from that point of view?
Yes, I would. That's the biggest mistake that most management do. They do not consult. They make decision out of either anger or out
emotions,
of emotion, whatever it is. If you have consulted me, I would have told you, yes, I was there. I was busy. I had to do training. They asked me not to train. I gave them that. I can't go home just because they asked me. I said I'm coming at 7 at home or whatever. So I'm chatting to my friends here about ABCD. So because there were no communication, it was just a decision. There's the picture. Boom. Finish.
Finish, yeah. You took them to court. I'm sure that case is still on?
No, it's settled.
It's done, okay.
Settled already.
What is your relationship now with Blue Waters?
You know, Blue Waters will always be, is it the management of Blue Waters?
No, the institution and the management as well.
Blue Waters will always be
home. Okay, home. That we understand. Now the management?
I don't have a problem with management. Like I said, most of these things I go through, it's learning curves. You understand? If I know, especially if I know I did not do anything wrong, I don't feel guilty about you working there and saying ABCD about it, because that's your opinion. You are entitled to your opinion. So at this very moment, me and Blue Waters, we're talking. How are you? Are you good? I now and then, because I'm not coaching any team, I go watch their training.
You don't contribute anything?
No, I can't. I have.
I mean, they've been going through a.
Yeah, I know. I speak to my friend Armando, and to Armando sometimes we sit and I advise him from my side that, hey, you know what? Maybe try this. Maybe do this. You are conceding more goals. Try having training about defense and your goalkeepers and all that. You are not scoring. Have the one-on-one with the strikers. But I give that to him, Armando, as my friend, as my big brother. So, but I cannot say I am part of Blue Waters management.
Would you go back to Blue Waters?
I'll go back to any team.
I heard they're looking for a coach.
You hear a lot of things. I mean, Walfish Bay, I didn't hear anything. You hear things.
No, I just hear things.
Oh, okay.
Social
no, I don't
media.
know.
I'm on social media a lot.
Yeah, I know. You stay on social media. If Blue has to come back to me and they give me a good offer, you must know I'm in Walfish Bay.
So
my family is
you
in
want
Walfish
them to come back to you, or would you approach them?
No, I don't approach team. I never approach a team for employment.
Okay.
You know my value, you know what I do. So why would I go and say, Marco, please hire me?
But you also know where your value is needed. Yeah,
I know. But if you see that, like now, you know I'm not attached to any team. You know that guy is there. And if you come to me and say, hey, you know what? Why must I? No, I'm okay, Marco.
Okay. All right, no, Blue Waters is not looking for a coach. I was just trying to instigate him. There's nothing like that they're looking for a coach. And then you had Angos. You get Angos. Tura Magic gets sold to Angos. They become Angos FC, and then they bring you in as the coach. At the same time, you are the coach for the Brave Gladiators. Sort of, there is a clash.
Yeah.
Of the times the Brave Gladiators are playing, Angos is also playing.
Yeah.
You are here, you're out of the country, and what happens there?
You know, when the technical director called me, Manetti, and said, "Hey, I need to speak to you. We're looking for a coach." What? I was like, you know what? I'm actually more ambitious on being at the ladies because I started by the ladies that time.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No. Will it be a conflict of interest?" I was like, "No, let me go consult the SG if it will be." So I went to the SG. I asked him, "You know what?
There's this thing.
What do you think about it?" He's like, "No, you are entitled to, because you're not permanently by us as the ladies. You're just helping us out whenever we need you." So I went back to him and I said, "Here's the scenario. If you guys still want to go with,
it's fine.
It's fine. But there will be games coming. I don't know how those games will go." Okay. So he said, "No, it's fine. Understand each other." I said, "Okay."
Coaching, yeah.
Then I said, I don't want to sign because the news came out before. So I was like, and then I think we were supposed to leave somewhere. I don't know if it's South Africa or somewhere. Or then they made me a pre-contract. Like, "No, if you leave now, maybe if you come back, other teams will want to snatch you. So please, we want guarantee that you'll
come."
Yeah. So I was like, "Guys, I'll come back. I gave you my word." No. So I signed a pre-contract. Okay, pre-contract came. While I'm here, I coach the ladies, and 4:30, 5 o'clock, I go to Angos. I go coach. Got there, there's these guys that are there, your Ephraim Shionges, your Huhu, they were part of Tura Magic. We don't want to let them go. Are you okay to working with them? I was like, I have no problem with anybody. I know Ephraim is playing days. We played some games together before I retired. So he seems like a good guy, so let's continue. So I spoke to my technical team, "Guys, here's the scenario. I wouldn't be there a whole lot. But if I'm not there, Ephraim is number one. The rest of you, please help." So me and my technical team had a good understanding. Or so I thought, I don't know. But yeah, I always believe people are good, even if probably that I need to open my eyes. I don't know. But then at the end, I started after 5 going to Angos. And sometimes I trained, but then when we started traveling, I wasn't in the country a lot.
Yeah. But there was a time where you stayed a month or so.
A month and a half, yeah. We went to Morocco, came to South Africa, went back and all that. So, but we had a WhatsApp group for the technical team, even the management group. So the technical director would ask me, "What is your weekly program?" And I give him. Then I give my technical team, "Guys, I saw your game. What was the problem?" Then we discuss. "No, this game, we played like this. Whatever." I say, "Okay, this scenario is not working. Can we try A, B, C, D?" I have all those messages that I'm speaking to my technical team. I remember Stars they're playing against Stars. It was live on NBC.
Yeah.
I had to stop my training early.
With the Brave Gladiators?
In South Africa.
Yeah.
Or I just gave them a day off. I don't know, we trained in the morning. So the game was afternoon, I think it's a Saturday. So I requested the boardroom. And I connected my laptop there and DSTV, and I'm watching the game. And I'm calling the team manager this side, out of SA, telling them, "Guys, here's the thing. Let's go with this side. Let's go with this side. Tell Ephraim that this side is open, this side is what. Tell him what." I was coaching while I'm in SA.
From SA, yeah.
Yeah. After the game, on the interview, the NBC one, Thingy asked him, said, "No, this team has been coached outside of Namibia. I'm just the front guy, but there's a guy behind me that is giving me all his advice." So me and him had this relationship that do this, do that. This is not working, this has to work. This is not. So unfortunately, I was a whole lot of times out. And as I'm out, the team is doing great. So people who don't know, it's like, "Hey, Ephraim is doing good. It's Ephraim doing ABCD. Ephraim, yes, I'll give credit to him. He was doing great. He's a great guy. He's a disciplinarian. He's doing great. But don't forget the guy behind the scenes, that is pushing these buttons and saying, "Hey." Remember, Angos didn't have a striker.
Yeah.
We were playing a formation that we created.
With the false striker.
False strikers for Bester and Wangu to always run in and use the wings. I came up with that. So, because the type of players we were having, they didn't have us to have a target striker, that is, keep the balls for Lolo to come this side and whoever to run, or Elago to run from this side. No, we didn't. So we had to restructure everything. All those things we spoke about it. Check it. Okay. Fast forward, I came back. We played. I came back from Morocco tired. I think we had probably 15 hours of flight or something. Came back, slept for, I think we came at the airport 8 o'clock.
In the morning?
8 o'clock in the evening. Yeah. And you land in, then you have to wait another one. So by the time I got to the guest house or the flat I was staying, it was almost 10, 11. Yeah. Guys, when are we leaving? No, luckily they were leaving the Saturday morning, because I was planning on getting a car and driving just the morning, the Saturday, because it was Chivarongo and Chula Chula. Yeah. So they said no. We've decided, the management had decided to drive Saturday morning. Yeah. So I said, oh, okay, good, guys. I'm tired, but please, what time are we? 6 o'clock. Okay, pick me up, please. Yeah. They picked me up. Believe me, I got in that bus. I slept. When I woke up, I'm in Chivarongo. Yeah. We ate, finished eating at Spa. 3 hours or 4 hours. We arrived at 10 o'clock. We had a pre-match 11. Or no, 10 o'clock we ate. 11, 12, 1, 2. We are just in Chivarongo, nowhere to be, just there. And I was like, guys, how did you organize? Couldn't you just get a guest house and what? No, coach, you know what I said? Okay, let's leave it. Let's not have negativity. So we went to the field early, I think 3 hours before. The first time I'm at the field for 3 hours. So some boys are sleeping in the dressing room, some are wherever. But after that, I said, guys, you know what, this is life. Whatever you go through, it's just for you to make you stronger. Don't worry about it. So we left. We played, I was still standing, sitting, and then I said, Ephraim, I'm tired, just continue. So Ephraim was coaching, things didn't go our way. I was like, okay, have a seat. I made 2 or 3 changes. Boom, boom, we beat them. Okay, now we're going to the north. On our journey to the north, players finish eating. Hey, coach, we are hungry when we reach Tumep. I was like, oh, manager, the boys, no, guys, we eat in the north. It's like, no, these are my players. I said, guys, go to KFC. Everybody streetwise too. What? I'm paying. So I bought them food. We drove to the north. Came there, same one, in that road to the north. I'm tired, I'm sleeping. I'm literally exhausted. Go to the north, guys. I want my room. Boom, sleep. We'll announce the team tomorrow. Don't worry. Next morning, they hit everything. I started paining. I was like, but I need to push, because this is the team that has employed me. Let me just show them my dedication. Even if I collapse there, what. So we played Chula Chula. Same thing. Hey, Ephraim, please, you should need to get up, because I can probably just a bit. So Ephraim, things are not working. So Ephraim, sit. 2 or 3 changes. 1-0, okay? Tell these guys we are closing the door. Put this guy in, put that one in. We beat Chula Chula 1-0. Jenny back, I'm sleeping. I'm tired, Marco. You remember him? I'm beyond exhausted. Came back. We arrived in Windhoek at 4 or 5 in the morning. 4 or 5 in the morning. Said Monday we are off. No problem. Just tell the management, guys, I don't know how you organized, but this is not right. Can we please have better things? And, oh no, sorry, we'll make it right next time. We'll make it right next time, and all that. So okay, so I said, okay, no, it's human. Things will happen. Let's move on. I give you advice, you take it or you don't. It's so okay. So the next game we have Okanja with my friend Richard. And bad day at the office, poof, 2-0. So now Monday, I'm leaving to Ghana, I think. So I'm like, no, I'm going to Walfish Bay, guys, after the game, the Saturday morning. So then the dressing room told them, hey, papa, but don't worry, we have a game Sunday, we need to regroup. We're playing Blue Waters. So even there, somebody asked me, Blue Water? I said, no, I can't lose. I'll never lose to Blue Water. I know how they're playing. I know their playing style. So I left to the coast.
With the team?
No, alone. there was a global something of Sandro. So I left with the ladies, some ladies, to go to the coast to represent because they sponsor us jerseys or something. Yes. So we just have to go show our faces. And it's also a good part for me to be there because my family is there. And I'm going to be gone for another probably month or whatever. So we left, came back. In Walvis Bay, I got a call. Hey, my friend, please don't... I want to talk to you. I was like, oh, guys, sorry, man, I'm in Walvis Bay from the TD. It's like, oh, okay. All right. Somewhere in late afternoon, another call. Tomorrow's game, which is Sunday, please don't sit on the bench until we have a meeting with you Monday. Whatever. I was like, oh, what's happening? We lost. It's my first game losing the Friday. Are they still upset? No, they can't be. This is football. This technical director of me played football. He knows football. These things happen. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, it's because I went to the coast. Now I'm in my mind, I'm asking myself questions. I was like, no. And then something hit me like, oh, you left Wildfish Bay after you lost? What if these people come back and say you went AWOL for the Sunday game? I start overthinking. I'm an overthinker. So I told him, Mr. Director, please, can you draft me an email or something? Just say I mustn't be there. On an SMS, just something. Because if you don't do that, unfortunately, with all due respect, I will sit on the bench on Sunday and I will coach and I will... It's like, oh, okay, we'll see. Nothing came. So me, Sunday morning, hey, these girls come, wake up, we need to go back because I have a game. Drove, I'm telling you I was driving because we're playing in Okanja. Call the guys, where are you? No, we are still in Venue, we didn't drive. I'm like, okay, I'm still in Karabab, I'll make it. Where are you? No, we just left, we just arrived in Okanja. I'm also almost in Okanja. Where are you? No, we are at the field. Okay, came there, said guys, we have a meeting. Told my players, today, it's a day that you have to play for me if you still want me to stay with Angos. Because at this point, this and this and this is happening. I was not supposed to sit on the bench, but I'll take the consequences. No, coach, no, you can't go, coach, we are building. Show me on the field. I don't want to hear this thing of yours, not for you. Manage you, my technical team. Today, Ephraim, unfortunately, sit down. And you know, Kanja Stadium, they have to sit there, it's closed. Sit down today, I don't want you up. I'll do everything. I want to show people that I'm the coach. Because some, like, no, but coach, we know you are. I said, yes, you know. They don't know. They probably just seeing you every time. So today, you are sitting. Don't get up. If you want to tell me something, tell it from there, but don't get up. Game starts. Blue water 1-0. I'm like, yes, this is not how people got fired. You were told not to be on the bench.
Maybe it was for the best.
Luckily, I said, boys, remember what I told you. Coach, poof. They scored 1-1. Played 2-1. I think 3-1 we beat them on 2-1. 3-1. So after that, the big bosses at that side, we all went there. Thank you. Went back. Now the Monday, I'm leaving. Monday night, I'm leaving with the team. So I was like, okay, are we still having the meeting? And if you are please having the meeting,
can write something for me.
No, I said, please bring the technical, Mr. TD, please be there. And the boss, please be there. I'll bring my assistant. Because I wanted to clear this to say, guys, maybe you don't know that I'm the guy. Because you don't see me. Oh, okay, we'll let you know. Monday morning, hey, I'm there. You know, you're packing, but you're waiting this meeting. I can't. Afternoon, almost an hour or two before I go to the airport. Call, hey, who's that? Technical director. Hey, I'm good. How are you? No, good. Hey, well, the boss is busy, man. He's flying out. So unfortunately, we couldn't have the meeting. I was like, okay, no, we'll have the meeting. No, wait. Oh, okay. We have to. We think you and Angos have to. Oh no, not think. His exact word was, you have to part ways with Angos because Angos is taking another direction and we don't see you in that same direction. And I was like, oh guys, am I fired again? What am I doing? We are number 2 on the log. Why am I fired again?
I've only lost 1 match.
I only lost 1 match where I'm sitting like literally on the bench. So it can't be performance. Because I went out tired. Now in my head I was like, I could have just stayed probably. And I was tired. I went to the north. We beat Chula Chula, who wasn't beaten there that time. We beat Mighty Gunners, who's most stubborn teams that you, or was it Life Fighters? I think Life Fighters, one of the two.
It's Mighty Gunners who go with Chula Chula.
Yeah, Mighty Gunners who are stubborn at home. We came back, we beat Blue Waters. So no, I can't be, I was like, and I told him, I don't agree with this. but I will respect your decision.
Yeah.
And then he said, yeah, okay, no, okay, bye, okay, no, bye. And I'm there, I'm like, oh man, what am I doing in this football world that I'm just...
No, but what I heard was, the reason was that they didn't pay you for the month that you were away.
No, they were paying me.
And then when you came back, you demanded the money.
No, I was getting my pay.
Oh, okay.
I was getting my pay on time.
Okay.
I was getting my pay.
Okay.
Because when I'm here, I was working. It's just the scenario of me sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Even when I'm not here,
You're
I'm still working.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
So just me not
I'm
sitting.
glad we cleared that up. Yeah.
No, it wasn't about that. I was
it was
paid.
not about money.
No, I was paid.
Yeah.
It was the reason for them was two things. It was performance and attitude. So now attitude.
So you have an attitude problem.
No, but attitude what? Is it because I said write me a letter, Mr. TD? Or what was your attitude towards me? Because I have to cover myself in terms of, you remember I went to Walvis Bay.
Yeah.
So if you lost Friday, you went to Walvis Bay. So if you don't come back, then man, this guy really doesn't care about the team. But we lost. There's nothing I can do about the lose. If I win the Thursday and we're playing Friday,
Probably you're supposed to have a training session on Saturday.
No, you can't. You can't. You will kill your players. Remember they lost. What do you want to do to them? You want their mindset to go back to Aish. Because I told them in the dressing room. I told them a whole lot of things in the dressing room. Because I was very much pissed. I said, yeah. But at the end of the day, I came back to them and I said, it's football.
So where do you stand with Angos right now?
We are talking.
Talking as in...
No, we have to. We are talking
in court.
No, not in court. I think we'll probably. I don't want to take teams to court anymore, man. I'm tired of these court things. Man. Later on, it will be like, look at this one.
No, I'm asking. I just want to.
No. I still have a soft spot for Angos.
So if they call you back, you go back.
I see. If they do, you know what? The problem will be probably the working environment might not be the same. In terms of
the relationship
that was broken, in the way it was broken, because I demanded, or not demanded, I asked them for a meeting.
So what's your relationship with Ricardo, who's the technical director there?
We don't have a relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's there, I'm there, that's it. Yeah.
When you were there, it was like that as well?
No, we were there, we could go for lunch and breakfast, and I think Ricardo, I don't want to say, I think he played a huge role in this, because from you know when you grow up, you look at some people as your idols and say, hey, I want to follow in these footsteps. So it's a bit a hard pill for me to swallow, knowing he knew football. Knowing football, you'll have your ups and downs, you'll have your dip. You can't fire me because I lost the Friday, or because I said to you, Marco, I don't agree with the basketball being here or whatever. No, it's something that we have to talk out. Why don't you agree? Because mind you, before that, we had a good meeting, me and him. We have a very good meeting, because later on, because the mandate was number 3 on the lock. So later on he said, you know what, look at the points we are having. So let's not go with number 3, let's go with points. So there's how many games left? 10 games or whatever. So that 10 games is 30 points. If you can get 25 points or 20 points, then you make the target. I was like, yeah, seriously? Oh, because when you tell somebody, be number 3, it's almost like, oh, yeah, I have to win this game. No, we went to the point structure that came out differently, because I know now I can lose 2 games, but I can win. And
you can even plan which games
to
lose. And
definitely. So we spoke nicely. So when this thing came, I was like, what is happening? So
you feel Ricardo backstabbed you now?
Definitely. Definitely, I do.
Yeah. The Brave Gladiators, what's the situation now? Just to conclude.
They are in camp now. I'm not part of the team.
Any explanation given to you?
Not really per se. But I think the biggest thing is, you remember, I once upon a time we made the CAF B license in Namibia. With Timo was the TD. I think Ronnie had the same scenario. But Ronnie's technical director at that time was what's the German guy? Stark. Yeah. So Stark acknowledged that Ronnie did the B license and all that. So he just almost like, wrote a letter to say this guy did, and then CAF got a letter and blah blah blah, but they finished this one. So mine,
you did it with Timo.
And Timo doesn't acknowledge the fact that I did it.
Why?
I don't know. And I was not alone. We were plenty of them. So, and that time you come to NFA.
So it's Timo Chongarero, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. You come to NFA. You do a course. And they'll be like, we'll send the things to you on Monday or Tuesday. It's only now that you see things are printed out at the same time. Yeah. So back then you will get it after a week or two. So you don't mind, it's a football association, you are okay. So we did it and we never got it. So
and
all this time,
when you follow up, what are they saying?
We followed up and I showed pictures and I did whatever, but it still doesn't. So now I have to go back and redo my B license, because I was supposed to be with Ronnie in the A license in Botswana.
And you couldn't because
because you gotta have the B license in order for it to be the A license.
When you speak to those guys, Timo, and what is he saying? He was the TD by that time.
He can't remember. He can't remember. That's all you hear.
Now, that was Paulus Shipanga, the former Tura Magic, Angos. It's one club, so he did it both. Black Africa is a championship winning coach, coached the Brave Gladiators as well. And Blue Waters, quite a number of teams in the country, giving us a lowdown on the things. But remember that you also have the right of reply. For those of you that might feel that you might have said things that you don't like about it, you have the right of reply. You can come and sit next to me and we hear your side of the story. From me, that was another episode of Game Time. We'll be back again next week with another edition, another top player, top coach, top administrator, top whatever. Remember also to watch our other podcast with NSK. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.